a cute little low density wavy bob to show you. This is Like Mono from Ellen Wille. She has a little bit of a bang. She has some curl. Super low density, no permatease. I have her in the color Bernstein Rooted, and we're going to cover the style and the color right now. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with Name Brand Wigs to bring you this review. They sent me Like Mono to show you guys, and what a cute, darling little kind of chin length bob, a few little layers, a little bit of a bang. But honestly, if you are looking for something great for summer, this one, if you can pull off this length and really low density with no volume on the top, she is darling. So lightweight, going to be great for the hot days. Really a throw and go. Name Brand Wigs is a really great online retailer. They carry all the major name brands. I'll put some details in the description box below, as well as a coupon code that will save you 30% off this and all Ellen Wille wigs. Great brand, one of my favorites. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. One of the reasons why I love Ellen Wille as a brand is because I love these lightweight fibers that they use. I've always considered the Ellen Wille fibers, this is made with regular synthetic fiber, to be really similar to my own bio hair because it's really fine and sort of low, light denier, a little bit wispy. Reminds me a lot of my bio hair, and so I've always been really comfortable with Ellen Wille wigs. I just think that it's a great, if you've had fine hair all your life, this is a really easy transition to make because the fibers are so similar to fine hair. And because this has no permatease, it is so flat on the top, and with a lower density, it just feels super natural. And wigs can be really challenging when you're new, especially if you've been losing your hair for a long time. So I always say go with the lowest density, lightest weight, no permatease wig that you can find, because it will make that transition for you just a little bit easier. We have a lace front. There's that lace right there, and it's meant to make it look like it's just growing right out of your scalp. You can see the knots just a little bit because this does have a bit of a darker root. If you are uncomfortable with visible knots, you can take some makeup, a little translucent face powder, and dab it, and that really will help to blur the knots. If I have a video on that, I think I do, I'll make sure it's linked below, because I know that as you're new, some of these things you're not aware of. We do have a left mono part as well, and because of this bang, you don't have to see the lace if you don't want to. Now, because of this, the lace front, you can sweep it to the side. You can take like a clothing steamer. This is not heat friendly, but a clothing steamer and like a comb or a round brush to get a little lift in the front if you don't want that bang to be there. But if you don't mind it, you can trim it if you'd like it to be a full bang, because the template is already there for you. I have a video showing how to take a thinning razor to trim bangs. It is something anyone can do. Anyone at all, and it's really foolproof and will make a huge difference if you find bangs tend to be a little long on you. They are on me, and I've trimmed a ton of bangs with that thinning razor, and it works great. I'll link a video showing how below. So that's that lace. It's extended all the way to the ear tabs, and then there's that left mono part. So that's meant to give the appearance of scalp at the part line. We have an extended nape, Velcro adjusters, and the rest is open wefted. Ellen Wille is known as a brand for running a little bit more average petite as opposed to true to average. I am actually going to cinch these in because it was feeling just a little big on me. So I've cinched those Velcro adjusters in just a little bit. I have a 21¼ circumference. All of my measurements are in the description box below. Oh yeah, that helped a ton. Ellen Wille wigs generally fit me really well. Most brands fit me a little bit large because I do have an average petite head, but I would say this circumference is running a little bit truer to average, and I am really not getting extra cap up here. So where I think Ellen Wille wigs tend to run a little smaller is really the front to nape and the ear to ear. The circumference, Before I lost nearly 90 pounds, I had a 22-inch circumference. Who knew you could lose size on your head when you lose weight? I went from a 22 to a 21.25, but when I was 22 inches, I could wear 𝑒LLENvilla great. So I've heard from many who can wear this brand fine on a 22 or even slightly larger circumference, but really it's that over the top. And where you'll notice that the most is the ear to ear and the coverage that you get on the ear tabs. I am getting really excellent coverage right here. You really can't see my bio hair very well, maybe slightly right there because I have a little bit of a lower hairline right there, but I'm getting really excellent coverage. So I would look at my measurements in the description, compare them to yours. If you are bigger than me ear to ear, you're not going to get as good of coverage. There's not a lot of extra room up here, but if you have bio hair that you can blend, good coverage isn't as necessary. Even if your bio hair doesn't match with the color, a root touch-up powder works great to help blend your bio hair. I do it all the time. And so if you like to tuck the hair and you're not getting great coverage, just use a little root touch-up powder, tuck your hair along with it, and nobody is going to be the wiser. It's going to look so natural. And just look at how flat I can get this piece by tucking it behind my ears. I mean, it's so lightweight and flat to the head that honestly, I'm hard pressed to think of a lighter weight, flatter wig that I've ever tried. So this is great if you've just struggled so much with wigs seeming like they're just a bit too much for you. And I think that's kind of cute. So I tucked the front, but I'm just zhuzhing up the rest of it just a little bit to play up on that tiny bit of a curl that it has. And that's really cute and really fun. I like this so much. And wigs can be a little warm in the summer. Kind of depends on if you run warm as it is. I do. And so I find getting the hair off my neck and no permatease is kind of the key to wigs being as cool as possible. So this one, I'd hang my hat on this being one of the best options for summer if you can wear a length like this. All right, we made it to color. Bernstein Rooted. So this is kind of a light brown base. So I would say the majority of this is more of a light brown. And then we've got some light honey blonde highlights. You can see some of those highlights. Those are really kind of a honey blonde and a butterscotch blonde. So it's very dynamic. The light brown is almost like a low light compared to the honey and the golden blonde running throughout. It's a warm color, very warm. Not red. I'm really not seeing much in the way of red, but golden for sure. And then we do have a root on this. They don't give us the root code. So the code on this is 12.16.19. Those numbers actually mean something. Like a 12, for example, is a light brown. And in the 𝘠LLENvilla range, the first number tends to be the base color. So brunettes go from a 2 to a 12. So a 12 is the lightest brown. I will link a blog post that I wrote on my website with a document I call a color index that's linked in that blog post, and that's going to break down all the codes for you. So that can be really helpful as you're trying to figure out what colors look like. But this to me is a kind of a light brown with blonde highlights, warm and golden. And then that root is real subtle. It is not like a wide root. It does not look like grow out, but it does look like your natural hair color is more of a brunette. And you got these highlights put in, and they just didn't like color all the way up to the root. But they did such a good job, it doesn't look like grow out. For me, this is like the ultimate, as a natural dark brunette, the ultimate summer color. Beautiful. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget about name brand wigs, details below, as well as some helpful videos, such as a bang cutting video, because I know how hard it can be when you're new. Wigs sometimes need a little tweaking out of the box. This, to me, is really a throw and go, but you never know. We're all different, and so I have tons of videos to help you so that you can be successful. Let me know if you have questions. See you guys soon. Let's get outside. All right, here's Bernstein out of the box. It's pretty windy, so hopefully you'll still get a good look, but it's been windy for days. I've been trying to get these filmed. It's great to see the movement, but it can be hard to really see the color when it's blowing a lot. Sorry, a bunch of ducks just flew by. Beautiful color, just a great color. Can't wait to play with this one and study her. And just for a little fun, Max is with me, but also, let me flip here. I got all my girls right there. They think I'm giving treats, so they're waiting for me to come see them. But there you go. There's this color. See you soon. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.